Hello guys, welcome to my live. Today we are going to talk about designing your life. So the subject for this live is 3 ways to design your life. So I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes to get online so we can start talking about life design. You know what? The most empowering, freeing thing in the world is that you're not waiting for chance. You're not just like, oh, I'm just gonna work hard and everything is gonna fall into place. A bit more deliberate than that. Strategy over brute force. Only so far you're going to go with brute force. You can go much further with strategy plus force. So I want to work smart, not just hard. So let me give you the rules. So the rules of the live are that you just have to use the hashtag vision board to reality in order to ask questions so that I can track the questions afterwards and we can stay on track and I can answer all the questions that you guys have, because you know a big part of these lives is just making sure that I get a chance to answer all the questions that y'all have. I really started life design and vision boarding almost 10 years ago, but then I keep learning all these new things, really excited to share them. And on July the 1st, this Sunday, we're going to start our Vision Board to Reality course. Let me just get up 1 second and type it here so that you can see it. You register at www.nickspire.com and we start on July 1st. So I'm just typing that in so everybody I'm going to pin it so that y'all can see it, and we pin it. Okay, there we go. Time to pin it. We need to find a way for Insta to make this like much easier. Okay, it's pinned. We're ready to go. Everybody's in the live. Hello, happy Wednesday, and let's get it going. All right. The 3 tips that I have for life design. So I planned this out really nicely for you guys. So let's just get going. All right. So the first tip that I want to talk about is reframing problems or rethinking problems. I benefit from the most awesome, epic, life-changing mentors and coaches, and I don't know all of them. I don't know all my mentors or coaches. A lot of them are just tune into online and follow. I read their stories, I read their books, I follow everything that they put out, and they have mentored and coached me in such incredible ways and have changed the trajectory of my life. You will hear me say, and I'll say it again, everything begins and ends in your mind. I am a firm believer. I've seen lives transformed just by the transforming of the mind. Whatever you tell yourself, that's your reality. It's a fact. So I've had these great mentors, one of whom is Mr. Glenn Christian, who I was privileged to spend some time with last night at the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce Awards, even being nominated. No, I didn't win, but being nominated was such a tremendous honor for our team at AIM, because I remember when I just started out in business, Uncle Glenn would take me to the Chamber of Commerce Awards, and it just seemed so distant and so far away to even be in the conversation of being a nominee, and it actually happened. So that was a big win for us, even though we didn't win, but it's just great to be in that company and to absorb the winning vibes, and we know that we're putting in the work, and the awards and all those things will come, but the important thing is for you to put in the work, changing the lives and getting the results. So Uncle Glenn always tells me, where other people see problems, he sees opportunities. Let me repeat. Where other people see problems, he sees opportunities. He told me this. He said, Nicole, where other people see problems, I see opportunities. I think that's a big key. I think that's a big deal. It's a very big deal. Because, and that's one of the tips on life design that I have here today, is reframe your problems. Problems are just things to be solved. Instead of seeing the problem, see the opportunity. It might be an opportunity to offer a service. It might be an opportunity to change the way you think. It might be an opportunity to change the lens from which you're viewing something. Like, it's just a lot of opportunities in problems. So that the way we look at situations, if we just change the way we look at a situation, then we can change the way we think about it, and all of a sudden we're on the frame of mind and wavelength of seeing a solution. So let me give you an example. Oh my gosh, from my business, right? So I help kids, AIM helps kids to get into college. And, you know, people would say, oh my gosh, the exchange rate in Jamaica is devaluing, people have less spending power, their money will be able to buy less US, that means they're going to send their children, they're not going to send their children overseas as much. Let me repeat. And if you're just joining this live is 3 tips on life design, and the very first tip is reframing. Reframing. Everything you think as a problem, reframe it as an opportunity, okay? And that was from my mentor, Uncle Glenn Christian, who is the founder of Caribbean in Jamaica. It's now a global business. And he got his first pair of shoes when he was 12. Started off from nothing. That's why whenever things are hard and you get into feeling sorry for yourself, all I need to do is remember that Uncle Glenn had got his first pair of shoes at age 12, and he has now built a global business. And when I tell you the man is winning, just go Knoxford Boulevard and see the Caribbean building and just realize that is a different level of winning taking place. So that you don't make excuses for yourself. And that's another tip on life design, but I'm not ready to go reach number 2 yet. I'm just too excited, guys. Oh my gosh. I'm still on number 1, and this is reframing, and I'm giving you an example from AIM Educational Services, which is a business I run. People would say, Jamaican dollar devaluing, less people are going to send their kids overseas to school, they're losing real wealth, their money is worth less, they can buy less US. No, I see it as an opportunity. If you know it's harder and more expensive to send your kid overseas, guess what? You need AIM even more, because you need expert advice to make sure you get a scholarship, because you can afford it even less. Do you see how I just took what some people would think of as a problem? Woe is me, oh, I'm getting less clients, the economy, oh, circumstances, oh, nobody can afford it, oh, it's expensive, oh, inflation, blah. Can I change those things? Can I change those things? I cannot change those things. So I need to reframe. All of a sudden, not a problem. What can I provide? In light of this reality that I cannot change, what can I do differently? How can I retool? I need to know, be the best financial aid and scholarship advisor in the world, because these people need scholarships and expert advice more than ever in the world. Why? Because the economy is bad, they have less spending power, they can buy less US, they can send less, they just have less money, okay? So I want to just repeat. There is the problem, or the reality, because we're reframing. That's the first point. You're reframing. There is the reality that the FX rate is an issue, that the Jamaican dollar is devaluing, that to buy $1 US, it used to be, you know, $85, now it's $130. Okay, fine, it's a reality. You don't focus on that which you can't change. One man will say the economy is bad, less people are going to college, I guess I should just, you know, realize that I'm going to get less clients and oh well. No, Uncle Glenn taught me that you reframe. Problem is opportunity. What does that mean? It is an opportunity because people need expertise and scholarship advice more than ever. So if you become the best at providing winning advice to get boss scholarships, then all of a sudden you're getting more clients than ever before. Same economy, you getting more clients than ever before because you're on a solutions wavelength, not a problems wavelength. I don't want to hear problems. My team will tell you. I come in and I'm like, okay, yes, that's alright. What are we going to do about it? What do we need to do better? How do we need to adjust? How do we need to change? And that way, you're focusing on that which is in your control. And that's really my second point. So we have 3 things we're going to talk about. Reframing, which we just talked about. See every problem, not as a problem, but as an opportunity. So you reframe how you think. 2, you make no excuses. Whatever new skills you need to acquire, whatever you need to do, that's what you need to do. 3, focus on what is in your control. If you don't focus on what is in control, you will go insane. I promise you. You will be depressed, frustrated, and go mad. I've been there, where you just sit there and you're worrying about everything. It's not in your control. It's not in your control. Can you do anything about this person that bad mind? Can you do anything about what they're saying about you? Can you do anything about the economy? Can you do anything about this? Whatever you can't do anything about, it makes 0 sense to focus on it. It doesn't. When you're designing your life, you need to focus on what is in your control. That has to be your focus. Anything else is madness. Anything else is insanity. So don't even think about it. You have to focus on what's in your control and just do that. Otherwise, it just doesn't make any sense. And then the other thing is no excuses. When you're designing your life, like life design, you just have to be ruthless. That's all. Ruthless. With just no excuses. The amount of things we tell ourselves. Oh, I can't do this because of that. I don't have any time for that. I can't exercise because of my period. Sorry, man. It's true. Oh, it's raining. Guess I can't do. Seriously? If you just realize that there is no excuse in the world, that you just have to do what you have to do and find a way, everything is possible all of a sudden. Things are not hard anymore. You just know what you have to do and you execute it. Okay? So those are the 3 tips. But as usual, you know I'm about that Brata life and that bonus life. Use hashtag. By the way, I'm giving away a free ticket to my Vision Board to Reality class, which starts on Sunday. All you have to do is post a major key from today's live. Use the hashtag Vision Board to Reality. Post it on Instagram. Tag me. Make sure your page is not private for like the next hour after we come off the live, so that I can see the post. And then I'll just choose one. So get your friends to like it and share it, and I'm gonna choose one, and then you get a free pass to the class. So to reiterate, now I have my notes here. I'm prepared for my live. Number 1 in designing your life is to reframe your problems. Don't see them as problems. See them as opportunities. See them as opportunities for your growth. When I'm struggling and when I'm on my like knees and I pop down and it's like it just hard and I'm going through the Gideon, do you know what I said to myself? Lord, thank you. That's reframing, you know. Why would I thank the Lord for these problems? I'm saying, you know what? I put on my vision board here, my friends, that I would like to be very strong. You see here how I put? You see this rope? I put here this rope because I want to become so strong and so resilient. So when the challenges came, I created this board. Then the challenges came, and then I want to pop down. Oh my God, this is hard. I'm like, no. I put strength on my vision board. Nobody's going to come and just give me a big bowl of strength. Strength has to be built. You have to go through things to build strength. You have to go through things to build resilience. So I was able to reframe and actually be thankful even in the midst of the pain and even in the midst of what felt hard and the suffering and the pop down and all of that. Because I know I'm building strength and resilience so that the pop down don't come so easy the next time. That's what I'm talking about, reframing everything from your personal problems to your business problems to what anything you see as a problem. Reframe it. If you put your mind in reframing mode, the entire world opens up. You're just on a wavelength of pure winning. So it's just hashtag reframe. Okay, so that was the first one. And then no excuses. Know that your life is up to you. I keep promising to repost this Oprah thing, but yeah, your life is up to you. Like, nobody's coming to save you. It's not about what happened to you, what your mother did, what your father didn't do, what your man never do or did, what your sister, your brother, your friend. Nobody owes you anything, guys. So there's no excuses. Like, this is your one life and you're responsible for it. And when we take that responsibility and shed the excuses, again, it's empowering because we know we have to take action. We're not waiting for nobody to come to save us. We are the heroes of our own lives, okay? So no excuses. And then the other, remember I said I was going to give you a Brata. And when I thought about this principle, I realized, boy, I really need to take on this. It is a process. It is a process. Becoming a better person, living your best life, getting to your best is a process. I posted a quote to Nick Spire that I really do believe in. Key principle of life design is that it is a process. You're in a constant state of design. And that's so very exciting in a way because you do get to decide what you're saying no to. Decide what you're saying yes to. Reframe your priorities when you need to. Like, you are the architect of this one precious life. And it is in your control and it is your life. And you do get to make those key decisions. And just realize it is a process. It's ongoing. ongoing. Don't be saying, I'm going to be happy when this or I'm going to be happy when Y. Be happy right now in the now, because it's always a process. And so if you're postponing your happiness for when this or when that, you will never be happy. It will be this elusive thing, because we have to appreciate that it's all a process. We are all in process, and this process of life design is continuous, and we should always be aiming higher and reaching further. And that's how I challenge myself every single year. I challenge myself every single month. On my very first vision board, I put best life. This year is the best year. Like, so every year my aim is to make the year better. And I know I'm going to have to rise. I'm going to have to develop some new skills. This year is about organization and systems for me. I'm not a naturally organized person, but I know I need to build that skill based on my goals. So the Vision Board to Reality course, which starts on Sunday, I think it would be the very best investment you make in your life ever. The returns will be like, it's $59.99. It's normally $130 when I've done it for the past 3 years. But my husband was like, oh, just do it at half off. And I was like, okay, he's crazy. But what is my husband? They say, Bible said man must leave. So I just said, okay, honey, I'll do it. And I think it's a great, I know it's a great opportunity, because vision boarding has changed my life. I'm telling you, 2 of the very big goals on here, which I'm not allowed to reveal yet, but I will reveal at the end of the year, have already come true. And when they happened, I said to myself, how the hell did that happen? Like, it just happened like about a week ago. And I was like, and then I came and I showed Sasko my vision board. I said, look how I had it on my vision board. Look how I had it on my vision board. I can't believe it. So it is the most powerful investment I think you can make. And then every single month, as part of the Goal Accelerator now, we're going to be working like that. Life is a process, and the design process is something you build on every single month. And that's why I did the Goal Accelerator Club, because I want to build with you, and I know that I need to be up-leveling my skills, and I need to be dealing with my procrastination, and I know I need to be reading these key books, so that's why we're having a book club together. And I know I need an accountability partner, so that's why the whole system is based on community support and that assigned accountability partner. Then you get a motivational member call where I get on the phone with you guys and just like talk to you, and we get fired up for the month ahead. Because I know if we take it month by month, by the end of this year, we can be in a different place. And I posted that quote. 6 months from now, we can be in an entirely different place. And I believe that completely. And I'm really excited to do it with you guys. And that starts July 1st. Really thrilled, and the registration is at nixfire.com. As I said, I'm giving away a free pass today. Use the hashtag to Vision Board to Reality. Share what you learned in this live. I have more brought up for you because I wrote all of it out. Yesterday in Tuning Into Purpose, and I want to just remind, because we're doing lives every day. Yesterday in Tuning Into Purpose, I spoke about the need for you to try, and us to all try things in Tuning Into Purpose. In life design, you have to try things. It's called prototyping. It's a design principle where a lot of times we struggle, and our students like this too, because we don't know what we want to do, or we don't know what feeds us, and we think we're going to find out by just thinking about it or worrying about it. You're thinking, maybe I would like this, maybe I would like that, and you're just sitting there, and then you're getting all flustered and confused because you really don't know. Why? You can't design your life entirely in theory. You can't design your life entirely in theory. You have to get out there and practice. So it is about that practicing. And can I recommend a phenomenal book, which by the way is going to be part of the Goal Accelerator Club. But this book changed my life. I'm not gonna lie. It's called Designing Your Life. Do you see this book? Please do yourself a favor. Get this book right now. Designing Your Life. That's what it's called, okay? And I really implore you to get the book, because it talks about these things, right? Designing your life is about trying things. You have to be curious and try things, and don't always expect to be paid. In fact, you should be paying people for allowing you to volunteer to test out different things, okay? So that's something that is a really major key about designing your life. I'm going to answer questions, but the last thing I want to leave you with is that sometimes you need to ask for help. I was popping myself straight into the ground by not asking for help. I was trying to be everybody's hero. I'm going to be super mom. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And now guess what I am? A ruthless delegator. You have to learn how to be, and this is going to be in the Goal Accelerator Club, because I just want to share everything that I've learned. But you have to be a ruthless delegator. You have to learn to ask for help and delegate wherever possible. And you have to invest in help before you can afford it. A lot of us, we're waiting to invest in ourselves, and we're waiting to invest in assistance and help. We're waiting until we can afford it. Oh, the most empowering thing I read was in Success Magazine. Let me grab it and show you. If you're not subscribing to this magazine, they have an app. Please subscribe, okay? Get this magazine, Major Key for Life. I read in this very Success magazine about somebody, like multi-millionaire, was talking about how he's been investing in himself. And I hear reading like, oh, him gone $3,000 conference. But he's a millionaire, so must can afford it. And you know, we make up all these excuses for why we're not doing things. Let's be real. We're keeping it real. We all do it. But I'm just here to tell you, you need to face yourself, drop your excuses, take a risk, and invest in yourself and invest in your growth. And that's what successful people do. They are ruthless about investing in their growth. Like, I have to give a Beyonce quote here, forgive me. But Beyonce said, look, if it's one person she's betting on is herself. And I really have adopted that approach. And I read it first here in Success Magazine, where this man said, people think he's now investing in himself because he have money. But the reason he have money is because he was investing in himself even before he had money. This man saying, right, he will borrow to put things in his brain because he know he can get the return on them. That I want, like, can we be bold and aggressive in investing in ourselves? Can we just adopt that mindset? Like, if you put something in your head and that can really help you to up-level your results and your productivity, then what better investment you could have made? Like, I'm about return on investment. I don't want to know the price. I don't want to know the price. I want to know the return on the investment. What can I now do with that? What can I get? How is it going to? You understand what I'm saying? So stop. Sometimes we're too short-sighted. It's like we just want, oh, we'd rather buy our shoes. We'd rather go party. We'd rather do this. Oh, I can't afford it. I can't. The man said he might invest in himself before he could afford nothing at all. That is what we have to be doing. That's it. We just need to think differently. Like, you want to be successful, you need to get into the mind of successful people. That's really how it works. You need to think like successful people. And what a privilege. We have no excuse now because we're in a technology era. We're in technology era. We have no excuse. We can't say, oh, I don't have no mentor because nobody will mentor me. Oh, they say you're a function of the 5 people you hang around with, but I don't have any friends like that, and I don't have any successful people to understand from them and to learn from them. Buy Success Magazine, subscribe, go follow some people, go read some book. Like, you literally have no excuse. So I'm just here to tell you, you have no excuse. Anything you're making up about why you can't make progress and why you can't turn your life around. And I tell myself this too. I'm not telling you nothing I don't tell myself. I said, Nicole, if this person can do it with less than what you have right now, then what are you saying? What you're really saying to yourself? Like, you're not saying nothing. There's just no excuse. Maybe you have to change the way you think. Maybe you have to take a risk. You need to be bold. And so I get aggressive. I tell you, I get aggressive with investing in myself. All I need to know is that the return is going to be there, and I'm going to turn it into the return. And I just have bold faith in myself. Because you see, when I invest in something, though, I get the return, I make my money waste. No. I hire a coach, I invest in a coaching program, I'm going to get what I'm going to get out of the program because my money is not going to waste. So that's what I tell myself. So those are the tips on life design. I want to just see if I can summarize them. But you know, in every life I just gone off and gone on the broad and give you more. And so I want to summarize them, and then I'm going to get to questions. The first thing I said is reframe the problem. Just reframe. Hashtag reframe. Next thing, hashtag no excuses. None, zero, zilch. Hashtag be aggressive about investing in yourself. Invest in your brain. The best investment you can make, and then you better make sure that you get a return on that investment by putting in the work. Be curious, be open, try things, okay? So, yeah, life is not designed in theory. Life is designed in practice. And so those are the major keys. I want to see if I can take the questions now. I didn't tune in on the other things, so I don't know how I'm going to see all the questions. I hope you've been using the hashtag vision board to reality, because that's going to help me to find the questions. If you don't mind, if you asked any questions, could you just repeat them, because I don't even know if I can find all the questions right now on this. If Robert was here, he could help me, but he ain't. So could you just like retype the questions if you have any? If I don't see any more questions come up, then I'm going to end the live, because I'm going to assume there are no more questions. Remember, vision board to reality, $59.99, normally $130. It starts on Sunday morning. It is July the 1st. You have 6 more months to like make 2018 completely epic, and it is entirely possible, but you have to do something different if you want a different result. And so I'm teaching you the vision boarding. I'm teaching you to organize your goals. I'm teaching you to create a vision and a mission for your life. I'm teaching you how to like sub goal and make sure that the goals are tied to a timeline, and we're going to do the vision board together. We're having a vision board party. It's a 3-week course, so it's literally $20 a week if you want to break it down like that. And then of course we have the Goal Accelerator, which starts on July 14th. Me like you, I just do the 2 of them, because we know once we have the vision, we need the continuous motivation, we need the tools, we need everything, the books, we need all of that, the whole system to really make it happen and to accelerate the goals. And so I'm sharing my systems with you guys in the Goal Accelerator Club, which is $39.99 a month, and you can see everything on Nick's file. How do I stay consistent? Okay, I've seen the questions now. Oh yeah, I have too many questions. Overcoming procrastination, Carolee, is really, it's a process. I write about it in Make It Count, and it is a whole entire month's topic in the Goal Accelerator Club. But I think you start with the why, and that's why we have to do the vision board first. You have to have the why of the goals. Sometimes you procrastinate on things that the why is just not strong enough. You don't have a strong enough why. And so you think it's a goal, but it's not really that important. You'll never do it. So you have to go back to your why. Like I was procrastinating on writing the book. I solved that by giving myself an external system of accountability, which you might need to do. But before I did that, I had to really decide if it was worth it. But I went back to my mission statement that I want my life to be about inspiring, motivating people, inspiring and motivating, and I have to write a book if I'm trying to reach as many people as possible. Once I realized it was that important, gave myself external accountability. So procrastination, you can use different strategies. We cover it in an entire month in the Goal Accelerator Club. Another question: how do you stay consistent? It's in the daily. It's in the daily. It's in the science of building habits. And what you do is you build a habit so that your brain is in cruise control and it's not trying to make a decision every time, because that's too taxing on your brain. Like, you learn how habits work. You learn the science behind habits. That's what we're going to do in the Goal Accelerator Club. I firmly believe in taking a very deliberate approach to life. When I understood the science behind habits, I was able to change my habits. It's very empowering. You realize that you're like, your brain is some chemicals happening, and if you understand how to work them, then you can build exactly the life that you want. So staying consistent is about building habits. It's about building habits. And again, going back to the why and making sure it's that important. So I build it into a habit so that it comes in like second nature. And building habits, again, is something you want to take on a day by day. But again, is it intimately tied to your vision, mission, and purpose? What is the cost of not doing it? Like, these are some of the questions you have to ask yourself, and then you will be consistent if you develop a system around it and build a habit in a deliberate way. Okay. So, any other questions? Vision board to reality. How do I balance work, school, being a mom, exercising, working on myself mentally and emotionally, so I can get even more aggressive at my goals? That's a great question. That's on like my life on the daily, like, really, how do I balance? I was up to do this live. I was watching a movie with my husband, but then he said, well, let's watch movie. I said, okay, I'm gonna go do this live, and then I'll come back. So I'm here trying to balance to like everybody else. That's why I really came up with the Goal Accelerator Club, because I realized even if you're really clear on your vision and your mission, which you've got to be, life happens, and just sometimes it feel like too much, like you hit it and just bust off, like right fence channel, like sometimes you just want mad. Here, I'm here for it. So the first thing is realizing that it's never perfect. And I know maybe I'm not supposed to say that, because I'm supposed to be the example and I'm leading this course and no, I mean, say keep it real, keep it very real. You prioritize, and you can't do everything. So take it, just like remove the pressure that you're going to do everything and everything will be perfect all at the same time. It's not. But you set priorities based on the values that are most important to you, based on the things most important. That's what we do in the Vision Board to Reality course. We learn to set priorities, and then we get very organized. So for me, finding the time for everything that I value and that's important is about being aggressively, maniacally organized, up-leveling productivity. Because when I didn't have a husband, when I didn't have children, I'm telling you, I worked more hours. I worked way more hours. Like, seriously, I was a working machine. Okay? Now, I don't work as many hours. I can't work as many hours. I'm a man. I have children. It's just different things happening in my life right now, which I find to be very important, and I'm not complaining, but I have to do things a bit differently. So I'm talking about a system for aggressive organization, aggressive delegation wherever possible, time blocking, like just an entire system for how you're going to carry out, how you're going to organize, and the systems you're going to create to run your life. That's how I do it. And I'm teaching that in the Goal Accelerator Club, and if you go to Nick's bio, you can sign up for it. But it's really about learning different systems, and also just taking the pressure off of you to be perfect. You're not going to be perfect, and it's not going to all be perfect at the same time, you know. So that's what I would say, Fez Chanel, but I feel you. All right, so I have to run now. This live is over, but I'm gonna try to do another live tomorrow. I will post about it. I can't 150% promise because I have family time and family stuff tomorrow, but I'm gonna try and do a live even for 15 minutes and hold myself back from like the excessive chatting, even though it's my favorite thing to do, guys. So yeah, so anyways, sign up for the course. Sign up for the Goal Accelerator Club. I'll maybe see you tomorrow. I think I'm going to see you tomorrow, even for 10 minutes. We'll tackle another topic. Hey, why don't you post and tell me which topic you want me to cover tomorrow, and I'll be very happy to do it. It's all about Vision Board to Reality. It's all about taking a deliberate approach to life. It's all about not brute forcing it all the way. Work. Because people are just like, oh, work hard. You can be working hard and you're not working smart, and you're not working in that direction, and you're not working in that strategy, and you just work hard, so, and you're just not making no progress. It happens. We're not about that life. When December 31st, 2018 come, we need to say we're winning. That's like my goal, okay? And that should be your goal. And I'm happy to take you along with me and to teach you everything that I have learned in the next 6 months in the Goal Accelerator Club, in the next 3 weeks in the Vision Board to Reality. And I'm excited, and I will see you soon. So maybe tomorrow. Thanks, guys. So listen, suppose I did it live and nobody never turned up. In other words, you guys are making this possible, and so thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your attention. I don't take it for granted, so thank you very much. Topic for tomorrow, Fels Chanel says, managing stress and staying positive. Isn't that a huge deal? Sasko is in the live! I told him 10 minutes. Guys, I told you about balancing husband. You don't see me in the live. Hi, Sasko. Sasko in the live. Hello, Sasko. I am coming, okay? Sasko with the angry face. Okay, as you can see, guys, my time is up, okay? It's over. All right, Sasko, I'm coming. Thank you, guys. Take care. Oh, he's been there? Sasko, you've been listening to my live? Okay. All right, I never saw him. Okay, bye, guys. Thank you so much.